Well, first they need a job, okay? And then from the job, they have to pay taxes on that money. They got to pay their mortgage payment, their car payment, all their bills, put braces on their kids' teeth, whatever. The money they have left at the end of the week, they maybe take the family out for a nice dinner. We call discretionary income. And then beyond that, they're saving up for their annual holiday. In America, that's 1 to 2 weeks. In Europe, it's 4 to 6 weeks, okay? And what they have left after all of that is what they get in the bank to accumulate to the 6 million, or let's say 3 million. Let's cut that in half. See, that would give you 5,000 a month. So what do you think is easier to do to learn a system I'm going to teach you here today that you can teach someone in 10 minutes so they can go out and sponsor 4 or 5 friends or accumulate the money in the bank? Now, let me show you something. We've used these big figures for years, and something we discovered. This will help you with your retention, how long people stay with you. Let's say that you have someone who's making $200 a month, and they say, you know, this just, they've been with you 6 months, and they say, you know, this just isn't going fast enough. I think I'm going to quit. Well, see, if they understand this presentation, they'll never quit the business. And furthermore, remember self-motivator. Every time you show this to someone, it'll remind you, and you will never quit the business. Because, see, it takes $100,000 in the bank to give you $200 a month interest income. Most people aren't making that much money in a year. But yet, in 6 months, they're making $200 a month. Now, we tell a person, why don't you keep doing what you're doing? By the end of the year, get it up to $400. Okay, that still would take $200,000 in the bank. See, in America, we have too many lawyers, too many attorneys, too many bankruptcies. You know, last year, 80% of the families that went bankrupt could have avoided it if they had an extra $200 to $400 a month coming in. So, see, it's not always about the making $5,000 to $10,000 a month. That's nice. But what about the hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of people that can use an extra $200 to $400 a month? This presentation is easy to learn because you're just dividing in half. So $100 would take $50,000 in the bank. $50 a month would take $25,000 in the bank. $25 would take $12,500 in the bank, and $12.50 would take $6,250 in the bank. Now, why do I go down so low? How many of you can remember the first check you ever got from your first network marketing company? I just heard yesterday that there was a study done, and the average for a first check in the first couple months with most companies, people make about $7. Some people say lower than that. How can you get excited about that? $12.50. How can you get excited about that? See, if you understand this presentation, you can get excited, because see, what that represents is that the person that you sponsor today that sponsors someone tomorrow, and their first month in the business, they end up making $12.50 to $25. It's like they put $6,000 to $12,000 in the bank their first month in the business. Can I see the hands of the people here who saved from your job $6,000 to $12,000, or $6,000 to $12,000 a month? Nobody does that, folks. So let's say, getting started, because, you know, in network marketing, you got to build a foundation first. That's from that presentation number 4. Before you can put up the building, don't see much income while you're getting started. The first 3 to 4 months, you're growing at 12 to 25. And then 4 to 6 months, you're growing at 25 to 50. And then 6 to 8 months, you're growing at 50 to 100. And then, let's say, at 6 months to a year, you're growing anywhere from 100 to 400 a month. When you're growing at 100 to 400 a month, it's like you're putting $50,000 to $200,000 in the bank every month. Did you ever think in your lifetime you could do that? Now, see, I believe that absolutely nobody in this room in 3 years could save $3 million, okay? But see, I believe everybody in this room, if you'll follow the system, could build a residual income that would pay you $5,000 a month.